Hello, everyone. My name is Usama Houlila. I'm the founder of CrossRealms International in the US. My primary function is cybersecurity investigation, cybersecurity countermeasures. I was listening to everything that's said here, and I decided to change some of the stuff I'm talking about. So the first thing and most important is think about your window of opportunity. You have 5 minutes to 4 hours. You either act or it's too late. When I say 5 minutes to 4 hours, that's just this year's statistics. Next year's statistics, probably 5 minutes to 2 hours. You can easily test whether it works or not. 2 a.m., change your password. If a cybersecurity professional from your company doesn't call you, you don't have the protection in place. So think about that. It's a pretty scary concept, right? We bring all these cybersecurity controls, we pass compliance, we put your antivirus, you put your malware, you put your SIM, you put everything that you put, and you train these people and you put them in a position. Can they act between 5 minutes to 4 hours? So when you leave this room, 5 minutes to 4 hours. Think about it, target it, because that's the only way we can actually establish the protections that we need to put in place. I'm going to go through the presentation, but I think more importantly, let's see. And let's see if we bring it. 5 minutes to 4 hours, your window to act. Let's go through the first one. How do I come up even with the 5 minutes to 4 hours? Can you detect it? Can you detect that a change happened? And if you detect it, can you understand what happened? Is it serious or is it not serious? Should you act on it? And if you want to act on it, can you? So these questions, you just have to ask these simple questions. I sit in a lot of investigations, and most of the time, somebody will say, well, we can detect it. Well, who's reading it? Can they understand it's actionable or not? And if it is actionable, can they take action? Do they have the passwords? Most of the time, that's not the case. Let's go through the next one. These are your critical infrastructure stuff: cloud security, application security, identity management, and critical infrastructure security. I'm going to tell you one thing about its impact on you. A lot of people talk about the cybersecurity thinking, well, you know, what is going to happen? It's just going to be your web server. It's going to be this. Well, I work in 2 sectors. I work in banking and power. Let me tell you about power. If I control your RTUs in this country, you will not have power. You won't have power to your hospitals. You won't have power to your government, not your airport, not your banks, nothing. You won't have power. So that's how serious it is. It's not a joke. The only reason why the Ukraine is able to handle what it's handling is because they have cybersecurity professionals trying their darndest to protect their infrastructure. Controlling your power is a game changer. It's lights out. You don't have the ability to do anything. It's not about your bank anymore. It's about the fact that you can't function as a country or a business. Worse is, what if I start the attack from Jordan? Every other country is going to consider you a foe. They're going to be pissed at you. They're going to take action. So this is another way of doing it. I'm upset. I'm going to take control of machines just like the previous one. I think the government cybersecurity director said that a lot of these machines are infected. Well, if it's infected and I take control over it and I destroy the electric power grid of another country, something bad is going to happen here. That's just how it works. Forget this piece because I don't care really about it, because just listening to everything that's said here, I'm going to leave you with one more thing, and I'm going to make it as short as possible. You know your window of opportunity is 5 minutes to 4 hours. Your second thing is, can they identify whether this attack is a real attack or not? Can they act on it? And worse, which is the most important, is what if you fail? That slide was supposed to be there, but they removed it because you guys don't want any depressing news. So the depressing news is, what if you fail? This is called capacity in cybersecurity. That means you have to build that capacity. You have to attempt it. You have to try to fail. You have to see what happens when you fail and how you act when you fail. If all your employees just run away when something bad happens, it's not going to work. Cybersecurity is pretty serious. It's not about your computer. It's not about your antivirus. It's not about your little institution. It's the national security of a country, because that's what it is today. And that's been happening for the past 3 to 4 years. Take that out, and I'll leave you with one last thing that happened specifically in Jordan. When I meet people in Jordan, everybody tells me they want to be part of a blue team or a red team, and they're very happy about it and thinking that's going to solve anything. Red team, blue team is an interesting concept. Yes, you can get a lot out of it. Train your employees on how to react to cybersecurity. Train them. The more you train people, the more capacity you build in this country. We need a lot more capacity here to protect the necessary infrastructure. You can't do it by just saying, well, I'm a CISO certified, I am Red Team certified, I'm an ethical hacker certified. Well, great. Do you know how to act? Do you know how to detect? Do you know how to respond? Do you have access? Do you have encouragement? Do you have discussions? These are the things that are important, and with that, thank you.